It's tea time.
What is up, tea people?
Episode 561.
561.
Drinking some 2005 Yiwu from Malaysia.
Indeed. It smells funky. So I'm going to break this up into I don't know, 3, 4 chunks in here. Roughly 5 grams.
Yeah, so this is from my buddy Meng, who went to Malaysia and pretty recently. And he bought a small chunk of this cake. He's like, I wonder what you guys think. And so he gave me a little sample. And
sweet.
Yeah, we are going to let him know.
Very good.
Yeah.
Cool. Shout out to Meng. What's up? So I'll give this a double rinse. Shout out to our last episode. Get in there though. Not much off the lid to start.
Fairly woody.
Material looks fairly dark.
Yep.
And you said 2005. Gotcha.
Yep. So stored in Malaysia. He got it in a tea shop, I think, just outside of Penang, which is in northern Malaysia. I can't speak.
It's okay, you don't have to. We're just drinking.
That's true. Denny, so you have drank a lot of pu'er pretty seriously for the first time. You've kind of done it differently this year.
For sure. I would say ever, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you feel like where do you feel like you land as far as like the different areas or factory versus boutique? Because this would definitely be boutique.
It's funny because I think starting having drank so many of these just together but a bit more casually and less attentively, I would have just said Yiwu boutique. But I've had that challenged a little bit. I don't know. I don't know as much anymore. So in general, I think still, yes, Yiwu boutiques are
the more you drink, the less you know.
Kind of true. Honestly, I'll put it this way. I've been surprised by factory tea. I've been surprised by Meng ties.
Yeah. I
just, in general, have been more and more surprised at finding what I would be called. I don't think they're hidden gems. They're just teas that are great, that are affordable-ish. So in general, I think, boutiques, the more important thing at that point is going to be finding the specific tea you're really enjoying. You might want to narrow it in by region. Yiwu, for me, is a great one in terms of just the profile in general.
Yeah. Boutiques is obviously a very wide category, so you can have very, very dramatically different boutiques from the same year.
Totally.
But yeah, that is interesting.
Yeah.
I do feel like the Western market, including ourselves at different points, has been probably a little overly focused on boutiques more than these factory teas, which frankly, I think if I were to do it over again, I would focus quite a bit more on factory rather than boutiques than I did back in the day.
Yeah, at least for me personally, it represents a lot more of my spending, just factory teas.
Yeah, which you can check out on the TDB dashboard.
Yeah, and maybe more. We'll see. I don't know when this is coming out, but I'm releasing something soon for the general consumption. So, cheers.
Pretty light to start, but it has like this light menthol wood background to it that I can tell is probably going to develop a bit.
Sweetness is already there, though.
Yeah.
Yep, I noticed the menthol now. For sure.
Yeah, it's not... Ooh, some mouth cool. Okay, that's nice. Yeah. The mouth cool note is one that, I've been picking up more on. I feel like that's something I didn't pay as close of attention to as I used to, but when it's there, I do like it.
And just in terms of getting in here and poking around, the material itself is still pretty stiff, so we're going to expect just a little bit of a slower extraction rate. Feel free to get in there. Some nice older flavor notes. I don't know how else to describe it. I wouldn't say that it's particularly in the kind of hay grassy as much, not as much barn.
It's aged beyond that.
Yeah, I think so too. It is a little bit more woody now. Here we go. Noticeably darker, but again, I think we're going to still be fairly light for a second steeping here. Some nice lasting flavor, maybe just a tad bit of bitterness. Nothing too strong, though, I'd say, to start.
Cheers.
Cheers. Really nice mouthfeel. Nice, good base wood.
Storage definitely on the dry Malaysia side.
Yeah, I'd say, yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, wasn't thinking about Malaysia at all. Maybe a little one-noted. I mean, this is kind of one of the fears of boutique teas is they can get so specific that they might lack a little bit of variety in its notes.
Sure.
I think we're still going to get into it, though, so...
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We're going to boil up the water here, and I'm going to give this one 15 seconds. We'll push it.
Give it a little push. I think something like this should do pretty well.
I would hope so. Yeah. Are you getting any astringency or bitter or anything like that?
Nothing like that. Yeah. In fact, it tastes pretty... Like this is probably going to be a fairly low astringency tea, is my guess.
Yeah.
Does
well developed.
Yeah, it does give kind of like this nice kind of light mouth coat going on. A little bit of like kind of this anesthetic numbing feeling.
Yeah,
too.
Totally. I like that a lot on it. Maybe not like deep resinous.
No, more in the mouth. Yeah. Well, this one we'll see like how deep this tea actually goes. So far, it's mostly mouth focused. A little bit of sweetness coming back in the throat.
Yeah, I'm hoping this one gives us enough bitterness to have that kind of dynamic evolution of that Huigon that I really enjoy so much. Really getting into a darker complexion now.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and pop in. And I'm just feeling it inside of the Gaiwan while I'm rinsing it out, or pouring, excuse me. I can still tell that there's some pretty hard chunks in there.
Yep.
In terms of the material itself, I mean, really quite oxidized at this point. So we're kind of at the end stage of this tea, in my opinion. A lot of fruit on the nose. And I'd say, we're getting into those darker hues, amber.
Yeah, I'm curious if we'll get any fruit notes off of this. Definitely more on the woody genre so far.
Yeah, I agree. Would you say that it has a deep basiness to it?
Not yet.
I don't think so either.
Mid bassy.
Yeah.
It's not high notes, obviously, but yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheerio. Pip pip. Down the hatch. I like how there was a string of like 15 episodes where you would just like spit out your tea every time he said Cheerio.
I've been
shout outs to episode number 470 to 485.
The classics.
Yeah.
Just still no bitterness in this urgency. I'm going to push this one again.
Leans more heavily into that menthol, though. I like that. That's like some camphor stuff going on, which the mouth cool. I think you are a little immune to it. The bitterness, the astringency. I'm hinting at a bit of it coming in. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The astringency or the bitterness?
More astringency.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. I think that's probably accurate. Yeah. Yeah. Pretty. Yeah. Again, pretty mouth focused. Getting a little bit now in the throat.
Yeah. It's nice. It's not bold. It's
I agree.
Not a bold
I agree.
flavor.
Yeah, I agree. A bit more mid-noted. Yeah. Let's keep pushing. Again, I don't think we're even getting full extraction at this point. I want the leaf material when I'm pouring it out and giving it kind of those splash shakes. I want it to really feel like not individual clumps in there.
Sure.
So we'll push this one again pretty hard.
Yeah, full extraction sounds like an action movie from
Full
the 90s.
extraction.
Yeah.
Full extraction 6.
Yeah.
Redemption. Redemption extraction.
Sounds like a terrible Steven Seagal movie.
Are they all terrible? Sorry. We're going to cut and be right back.
Dude, you're killing our followers all over by Russian followers.
No, the Steven
They love
Seagal
him there.
contingent.
Yeah. Actually, I don't know if we mentioned Steven Seagal once.
Oh, God. Of all the people we've made fun of, you'd think he'd be up there. Yeah. Well, he's incredibly good at martial arts. Sitting on that chair. Oh, God. Man. Shout out to everyone who dyes their whatever it's called. This thing again, the facial hair that's like it's not a mustache, it's the
Like the goatee?
Yeah, is it a goat? No, it's the I can't remember. Anyway. He
That'll be Denny in 5 years.
Oh my God, please no. No, I'm going full gray. I'm letting it happen. I mean, there's not much to gray here, but the beard is definitely nice and salt and pepper. So now I could say, we're probably getting pretty deep into the extraction there.
That's a nice color there.
And then here's a snozzle in there.
Yeah. Sorry for the Steven Seagal interlude.
Yeah.
Meng's like watching that. I wonder what they think of the tea. All of a sudden, like, out for justice, above the law.
Yeah, IMDb reviews of Steven Seagal.
Double impact.
I'm impressed. I couldn't really get a name.
I think I mixed John Claude Van Damme in there.
Oh, don't do that. He's not bad. I mean, he's bad, but in like a good way. You know what I mean?
Well, he's kind of like, your A being, and then if Steven Seagal is your A, Jean-Claude Van Damme looks really good.
Yeah, fair enough.
Cheers.
Cheers. Wow. Sorry, Mom.
Oh, yeah.
Much better.
Well, this is nice. This is good when pushed.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah. More fruit now.
Definitely a very light bitterness, but it's there. Yeah.
It's funny, we both immediately noticed the difference. Yeah. Much fuller, much more body. And now, yeah, exactly that bitterness that does come. And then with it, that sweetness that turns really actually pleasant.
Yeah. And Denny, a year ago, do you think you would do a steep like that?
I don't know.
Because I want to say no.
Yeah, probably not.
But you rarely did the raw puer brewing in the shows too, so.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just sitting here with it. Really quite pleasant, actually.
Yeah. Really strong mouth coat. Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, I agree. Again, I wouldn't say this is the most moving of teas, insofar as getting really from steeping 1 to 5 or whatever, it's drastically changing and so forth. I think it's just getting a little bit stronger and deeper.
Yeah, which for a tea like this is good. It's one thing if we're brewing like a 2021 Shaguan raw tool. You'll know the show is ending once we start doing those things. Yeah. It's like, oh man, these guys went bankrupt.
Yeah, exactly. The Tariff Scott duo.
Yeah. It's like, well.
Oh, God. No, let's not do that.
I think my stomach just churned. And I don't think it's tea.
Yeah, for real. I mean, this is really pleasant. Again, I think, one of the, again, kind of the other sides of the coin of these very specific boutiques is sometimes they're going to just be honed in into a really particular little pocket, and in this case I like that. It's a nice one, but also look at that color, nice. But also, yeah, I think if you want something that's going to be really dynamic and changing and steep to steep and wow, there's new notes of blah. For me, I think the fruit has evolved a little bit on this one, but still not crazy. Yeah, wow. Look at that.
It probably used to be a little fruity. Now it doesn't have as much, but a little bit when you push it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, really nice sweet aroma. And yeah, we're pretty red at this point.
I would say that if you told me this was Malaysian store, 20 years sounds almost exactly right. Yeah. As far as this goes. So, yeah. Let's do some of our tests. Mom test, gonna say probably not.
No.
Not that it's the worst raw puer, but it's it's still raw puer.
Yeah, it's strong.
Yeah.
Wartime test.
Yeah, man.
I think so too.
What war exactly? It feels like something, a little humid would be good. But Vietnam is a little too swampy for this.
Okay.
I feel like you need the HK trad for that.
God. Shout out to all the veterans out there. Anyway, there goes not that it didn't exist, but there goes all chances of political career futures. Hope we don't get excommunicated or whatever.
Yeah, the poor guy that, it's probably AI at this point, that has to do the Oppo research of watching all 1,000 TDP videos.
Conclusion, these guys are stupid as fuck. Ultralight test, absolutely not. I mean, no, only for an iron kick, I'd say, and only because it's gonna super slowly extract. That's the only reason it would work.
So, what's your war for this?
Ooh, strong.
Yeah, it is strong.
Let's do one more.
The bitterness really converts, though, so that's the nice thing.
I agree. I war for this. Maybe some Desert Storm.
Okay, all right. Yeah. One of these days I'm gonna go down the rabbit hole and start just researching wars to bring on to the wartime test.
The Battle of Constantine versus Napoleon.
It's that guy that's you guys got to be more specific about the battles.
It was a Thursday.
It was not 1862, not 63. Yeah.
Napoleon hadn't had his coffee that morning yet.
Sounds like a Wes Anderson movie.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, except for it has to be we have to be centered in the shot together and wearing pastel for some fucking reason.
Just walk in the camera.
And then Owen Wilson just shows up boop. Okay, I'm gonna do this a little bit less time now, as it now has fully opened. And And the color is there. Maybe just a little less red, but we'll see how it tastes. Definitely a good idea to experiment when evaluating these teas.
Yeah, and it shows you that the first two steeps are just so different than these later ones when Denny is pushing it a lot.
Yeah. My only guess of a negative on something like this would be, so first off, if you're going to have this, I'd be breaking up pretty good. And then I wonder how this is going to perform in those kind of like 9+ steepings. It tastes to me right now, at least, like it might not have the power and endurance to be pushing through there quite as much.
I think if you brewed like you did the first couple, it would last, but you would get a very different level of intensity.
Yeah.
I think you could get 10 if you did it that way.
Right.
Brewing like this, you're going to get
this way.
I'm not someone that prizes longevity that highly these days. So I would rather have 5 really tasty than like 10 some like mediocre steeps or whatever.
Sure. Cheers.
Chocolatey, tasty, yeah.
Yeah, sweet.
It's never super thick, but it's thick enough.
Yeah, solid wood. Could I tell you this is like funky and really like wet stored? It's certainly not like Eon, but
I don't think it's that wet stored.
No,
I think it's
just like it to me.
Yeah, but it's moving in kind of that fairly mellow direction. Like I think you give this tea another 10 years in that storage, it's kind of like this is,
that wood I think is gonna develop even more.
And I think it's close to being like you should probably drink this tea up soon, like within the next 20 years.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. Thank you, Meng. This is really yum. I would give this definitely a keep. Buy more of.
Yeah.
This is tasty. To me, it tastes like really kind of classic Yiwu.
Yeah.
No, again, I kind of described like the shapes of teas. Sometimes it's like, whoa, there's a big pointy nasty thing right there. This seems pretty like holistic and concrete and together.
Pointy nasty thing.
Yeah.
So this is not a pointy nasty.
No,
thing.
This has no pointy nasty.
So next episode, pointy nasty time.
Yeah. So thanks, Meng, for sending this in, or I guess not sending this in, but hooking up James. Thanks for hooking me up, brother.
Yeah.
Click some stuff. Subscribe. Click buttons. Just start clicking buttons.
Get us to 10K.
My freaking kid does. He just starts clicking buttons. The emergency button on the elevator, that's red. Let's click that. Yeah, let's do that. So anyway, start clicking buttons. Maybe the subscribe button. Maybe the share this with your dog's proctologist button.
Proctologist. Jesus.
Yeah, that was inappropriate. Don't subscribe, but do.
I gotta look that word up.
And
so
until next time.
Wu-Tang!
Peace.